Hello, welcome, it's Andy here, and welcome to this Messy Church talk. I'm in the garden and it's a beautiful sunny morning, just as it was, I guess, on that morning when this story that Laura was told took place. But Peter was back fishing. He was sad because he'd been round a fire, he'd seen Jesus heading towards the cross, and he said to 3 people about his best friend Jesus that he didn't know him, didn't even know him. He denied that he knew him 3 times. And he ran away crying, really upset. And then of course Jesus went to the cross, and on the cross he died for our sin, which is really good for us. But for Peter, he was confused. He didn't know what was going on. Suddenly his best friend had gone. But then, as we thought about last time on Easter Sunday, Jesus came back to life. He came back from the dead, and the disciples saw him again. But Peter still knew that he'd said he didn't know him 3 times, and he was really sad about that. And this morning, when he was out fishing, suddenly they see this person on the beach, and the person on the beach tells them to fish the other side, and they fish the other side, and you know what happens. They catch loads and loads of fish, and then Peter ends up around a fire with Jesus. So last time he was around a fire, he said he didn't know him 3 times. This time Jesus asks him 3 questions. But before that they have some fish, a bit of fish cooking. It's not really fish, but fish cooking. And they had some bread. I've got a little bit of bread here, some bread rolls. And 3 times, 1, 2, 3, Jesus said to Peter, "Do you love me?" I wonder if I could juggle with these while we think about it. Let's have a go. Probably end up in the fire, but we'll give it a go. So, there you go. Peter was saying to Jesus, "You know that I love you." And then Jesus asks again, "Peter, do you love me?" And Peter says, "Jesus, you know that I love you." And then again he asks, "Peter, do you love me?" And Peter said, "You know that I love you." And he said, "Jesus, you know everything. You know all about me, and you know that I love you." And Jesus said to Peter, "Tell others about me. Tell everyone about me." And actually Peter became the leader of what we know today as the church. And he started all that's still here 2,000 years later. So there's a little thought, as you think about the heartbeat, as you think about that, Jesus says to Peter, "Follow me." And I wonder whether that's something that you've done, where you've realised what the cross is all about. We thought about this at last Messy Church, so have a look at the other YouTube clip with the cross on the front to see this and what this does in the water. It's quite interesting to see. But the cross is where Jesus died for our sin. Because God loves us so much, Jesus died for all that separates us from God, so that we can become friends with God. And there's that thought, isn't there, that he's asking us to follow him, to know his love and to share his love with everyone around us. So Peter, he'd said he didn't know him 3 times, but then gently Jesus restores him and says, "Do you love me?" 3 times. And Peter says, "You know I love you." And then we get that beautiful picture of Peter starting the church with God's help. So we'll think about that another time. But thank you for watching.